Hey everyone, my name is Evie and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another speed build in The Sims 4. I know we just did one, but I was very excited about this one because this one is a shell challenge. It's a shell challenge by Lilula on Twitch, who is a fellow member of my stream team, and I saw the challenge and I was very excited to give it a go. I will link the tweet to the challenge in the description below if you also want to give it a try. I believe it's it's a Valentine's challenge, so you'll have a little bit of time if you also want to participate. And it's a fun challenge. It's not too difficult. There's definitely some different options that you can do, but it's also not too easy and too straightforward. As you can see, there are some interesting shapes in the wall. So I it took me a while to get a floor plan going. I cut a lot of it out because yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. I wanted at least 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. I ended up going with the double bedroom and then like a nursery. I felt it was kind of fitting for a Valentine's build to have a bit of a newborn room for a new couple, like the Valentine vibes. I don't know. It made sense in my head, and I went with it. So it's a bit of a young family home, just starting out. Of course, it's quite a big house, but I like young couples can have big houses. Like, who's to say that they cannot? So you can see me working on the roof, which also was a bit of an issue, but I simply added in some balconies and a wraparound porch, and it actually turned out pretty decently. The kids' room or the nursery also has, as you can see, a balcony, which is quite. It's bigger than the parents' bedroom, but I figured as the baby grows up, you can expand the room into the or onto the balcony, make the balcony a bit smaller and have a bigger room instead. But of course, I was not allowed to do this because it's a shell challenge, and in the shell challenge, you are not allowed to build or change the exterior walls. So as you can see, there is a heart in the background or in the backyard. Um, I decided to make it into like a garden house, a flat like for gardening and such. Um, I, I don't. I could have made it something like special and like a bit weird, but I wanted to stick with like the just plain family theme and just make it like a garden house where you can do some flower arranging, and that you can already tell by that Seasons is in this build. Same with Eco Lifestyle. All the windows and everything are Eco Lifestyle. There are quite a lot of packs used. Because I just wanted to have fun with the build and just make it as I wanted to and not be restricted by the packs. So I used, as I said, Eco Lifestyle Seasons. I also used a lot of Jungle Adventure. The kitchen and the living room are almost all Jungle Adventure. Um, I don't know why. I felt like it. I used the rug from Get Famous in the like blue swatch. You will see it in a little bit, and I love that rug. Unfortunately, the couches from Get Famous. I like the 2-seater, the simple 2-seater. I wish there was a 3-seater, but there's not. So I went with the couches from the pack from the Jungle Adventure pack because that it made sense. Like the colors matched and I liked it, so that's what I did. First I tried Seasons, Eco Lifestyle, but no. Also the flooring is from Jungle Adventure. I love this flooring. There's the rug. I love the colors on that. I tried to go with another one, but no. The blue in that is just so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I've used this combo before. Um, so I knew that that would be an option. And then the window is also from, or the window, the table. There's a glass in the table, so apparently it's a window now. But that's from City Living. I used that one. I never really used that one, but I really like it. Some tiny living in there as well. Although I believe I removed that, but there's probably some tiny living somewhere else. So as I said, a lot of packs, a lot of packs. Going around a bit to see what would work. Yeah, see, that's also tiny living, and that definitely stayed. I'm quite happy with the layout, how it turned out actually. The only thing I would have wanted to really be different is the dining area. I wanted to use the round table from Jungle Adventure, but it didn't quite fit, so I ended up only putting 4 chairs around it instead of 6. So yeah, if I could change something there, I would definitely make that have more room. So that there is the room for the 6. You can see there's still the filler furniture, which is with a square table. But I'm also still using the other counters here, but I was like, we're using Jungle Adventure, let's use Jungle Adventure. So that's yeah, see there, I put it in, but it didn't quite fit. So I ended up going with 4 and pushing it into the corner. See that also that cabinet is from Jungle Adventure. Here I go through some color options. Unfortunately, the bar stool from Jungle Adventure does not match at all, which is really sad because I really wanted to use it. But oh well. I put in the stove and the fridge as well. Those what's it called? Upper cabinets cut off a bit because I raised them, but they should still be fine. I actually even brought in a sim to test it, and you can see me moving around the island lots to make it work somehow. But it felt weird off center, and if I did like that, it would have cut off the entire room and it would have looked really weird. So I didn't end up going with that. Instead, we put it in the middle and pushed the table. Oh, push the table in the corner, and oof. I see that color again on the wall. I was like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Yeah, see, I brought in a sim now. She decided to make something to eat, but I was like, nope, you need to try chairs. A lot of color changes. I spent way too long on this kitchen, honestly, because in a bit I will move away from it and then I go back to it, and it's like, when did kitchen start taking up this much time? Because now the kitchen is in, but not any of the decorations. So yeah. And I figured like a little bar, young family, makes sense, right? Alright, and now we are, I think, moving on to the outside area. My building order literally makes no sense. It's so frustrating that barbecue does not place normally with the counters, that you always have to old place it. I really don't like it. I don't like it. As normally I built this while like watching a stream or voice chatting with people. So there's sometimes just places where I just stop moving for like a solid 5 minutes. And then I'm like, I go back in editing, I'm like, what was I doing here? Because I don't record the sound with it usually. It's like, okay, I stopped building here for like a solid 5 to 10 minutes. What happened? But yeah, here you can see the flower arranging table, and it's just checking if it worked, and it did. That's some vampire stuff. I don't know why I decided to put in vampire stuff. I think that's, oh wait, also the stone on the outside is also vampire, I think. Really like that. But yeah, here you can see the nursery. I decided to use not the like base game bassinet because this one was just really cute. Conquer all the shelf options. I never realized how many there were. I always used the like basic one. I wanted to put in like a little like changing table, but of course that was really a thing, and the wardrobe was a bit big, so I just decided to put a chair and blarfy so like the parents can read to the baby in their arms, if that would be a thing in The Sims, but it's about the idea, right? So here we go on to the like little landing area. I struggled a lot with this, with the roof. I wanted to have actually as you can see, the stone or like the tile above the stairs is cut out, but now the stairs don't actually work, which is really annoying. And I had to cut off that bit of the room because the roof would come through the walls, which is also a glitch that has been there forever. But yeah, here I am still going about it like that, and then I tried to test the bathroom at some point, and like with the with the sim that's there, and she cannot get up the stairs, which was kind of sad because she really had to pee. But she managed to make it, and I realized in time what was the issue. I thought they had fixed it by now, but clearly that was not the case. So instead, I think I just got off that one tile, but because it looked so weird to have the one tile there. So yeah, it's frustrating that stuff like that still doesn't work. But here is the master bedroom. This actually changes. I changed this off camera because I realized we needed a red room. I kind of read over that in the challenge. So I changed this to like a little red orangey, like the orange red swatch of that bed. But I also changed the little garden area house. I changed that to be red as well, because I was like, okay, it's red, but it's also kind of orangey, so I didn't really know if it counted. So I decided better safe than sorry. Here I am just going around adding some lights, which is of course essential as well. And I had to repaint some of the stuff, as you can see, because I don't know exactly what happened, but it wasn't working as I wanted to, so I had to redo it again. And I changed some things around off camera after I finished the build, so I don't remember exactly what that was. And now I changed the room to red. I think the 2 rooms to red, that's what I changed. But yeah. So if you, as I said at the start, if you want to do this challenge yourself, I will link the build, or the link to the tweet where you can find the build. I will link that in the description below, so you can also try it. Of course, if you see this after the challenge has already ended, you can still have a nice build challenge for yourself, even if it might not be toured. But it's just a fun challenge to do, especially with the heart in the back. It's like, okay, but what do I do with this? As you can see, I added a lot of red lights to the top because I was like, it's a heart. How do I roof a heart? I don't know. Let's do it like a flat roof, but with red. It seemed fitting. And then I suck at landscaping. I don't. What is this? What am I doing? It looks horrible. Like what? So I realized that, and I changed it to have just the bushes, which makes a lot more sense. We add some lights around the place and change that landscaping as well, because it also looked bad. Just do a bunch of bushes. You can never go wrong with bushes. A little seating area. There's not an outdoor table, but it's fine. It's fine. Go back to the inside. Oh, and there are the screenshots already. I hope you enjoyed this build, enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you again in the next video. And here you can also see what the red room turned out to be like. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you again in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.